Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Fishing with Rod. Now, I know all of you have been waiting for this. It is the Vedder River fall salmon fishing season. Between the months of September and November, this is probably my favorite time of the year because you get to catch lots of salmon. Because of the Chilliwack hatchery, this is a really productive fishery. The hatchery produces Chinook salmon, Coho salmon, chum salmon, and every fall we do get a pretty good abundance of fish coming back, and anyone with a freshwater fishing license can come out and enjoy the fishing and harvest some fresh salmon if you wish to bring home to eat. Now, I've been chronologically documenting this season since early September, and to be honest, let's put it this way, this season has been pretty challenging. The first few weeks of the season, half of the time we couldn't find where the fish were, and when we did find the fish, we couldn't get them to bite, and I was losing more than half of the fish that I hooked. Now we're gonna fast forward this video a little bit to early October during the Thanksgiving weekend when we got our first big rainfall, and that's when the fishing really started turning on. So sit back, I got a few trips with my friends that I want to show you guys. I hope you like it.
Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. We're spending the evening outside. Gonna be taking some for some coho salmon instead of having our dinner. River came up yesterday for quite a bit, but it dropped overnight by a few feet, so I thought let's get out and do some fishing because I think it's gonna be really good. It's heavy weight, you can do some body weight and think safety first. I can't. Yeah, the heavy should be
160.
So 125 shouldn't be at the top. Well, it's gotta watch the river level for the fish so we can actually get back. Nina gets to do her first few casts because she doesn't get out as often as me. Oh, there's one. Finally. No, I'll just drag it up. Little guy. Not very big. Got it? We're just putting it up. Hatchery, right? Hatchery, right? Yeah. Hatchery fish. Finally.
But Christmas is definitely not safe with that one little fish though.
No.
You know that Christmas is safe? Not with that one little fish.
After hours and hours and hours trying for the first time in many seasons, October 11th. It's October 11th and first coho of the season. Only a few weeks too late. But yeah, that fish bit really hard. We've been going over this run for at least an hour and a half, and just not a single bite until now. Oh, so I missed 2 on the previous cast. Yeah, those are bites. I wasn't too sure, but they were bites. Maybe. It looked like a coho actually, but I'm pretty sure it's a coho. Yeah. It just took advantage of that current. Yeah, it's a big coho. Yeah. Woohoo!
Yep, 100%.
That's a big catch, eh? Wow! Wow! Oh, sh!
Is in your line a bit more?
Yeah. Wow!
Oh, look at that. They're barely hooked.
Yeah, I know. It's. Whew. It's Coho number 35, silver 5-stripe, has done it again. Well, after trying out for a few weeks with not much success, perseverance has finally paid off. Look at the size of this coho salmon. That is one of my biggest coho for a while, roughly around 12 pounds. Beauty fish.
Besides being asked about how to fish for salmon, one of the most common questions that I get is, what do you do with your salmon once you catch it? Now, this coho salmon right here, which I caught today, weighs roughly around 12 pounds. It's a quality fish, and at the market it can be quite expensive. So you definitely don't want to waste this. And what we like to do is we want to use every single part of this fish besides the gut and the tail. And that's what we do in this household. And I want to show you what we do with our fish once we bring it home. I'm not a professional chef, but over the years we have developed a pretty good system on what to do with every single part of the fish. So here we go. The very first thing I'm going to do is actually just to cut this head off, and we're not going to throw that head away, so stay tuned. So what I like to do is just to go behind the head and in front of the pectoral fin. I think a lot of people actually cut it behind the pectoral fin, but I like to cut it in front of it. And I'll show you why I do that a little later on. So it's going to go down this way like that. So this is the head. And like I mentioned earlier, we're not going to throw this away. We can put it on the side for now. Now, when it comes to filleting fish, there are many ways of doing it. This is simply my way of doing it, and many of you will probably comment on that there's a better way of doing it, but this is, I've been doing this for quite a few years now, and this is just the way I like to do it. So what I like to do is, once the head is off, I'm going to go in front of the pectoral area and just use the filleting knife and just go down like so. This is a rather big fish, actually. A lot bigger than most of the salmon we usually get around this area. It's beautiful. So this is one fillet right here. Beautiful fish, and we're just gonna put this on the side for now. Turn the fish over, and I'm gonna fillet the other side as well. So this side wasn't done as good as the other side. I kind of went through, cut the ribs off for this side a little bit, which is fine, and I missed a little bit of meat on that side. But it doesn't matter, because like I said, we're not gonna be wasting anything. So I'm gonna put this on the side for now. So two beautiful fillets, and just look how orange that is. It's natural, it's wild, and this is fantastic. It's the best protein you can get around here, and we really appreciate it. So now we're left with the skeleton, with the backbone, and a lot of people will simply chuck this away and back into the ocean or the river. But what I like to do is I like to cut these into small pieces. Now the only part that I'm throwing away is this tail. Sometimes I'll even use this, but I think we're gonna throw this one away. But you can use this for fish broth if you want. Sometimes we do chuck that in there. So I'm just gonna put this on the side as well. Now with these backbones, you can see this is a pretty big fish, and there's a fair amount of meat on that as well. So what I like to do is we cut this into maybe even smaller pieces. And for me, this piece right here, it's great for lunch. So I will salt it, and I will simply pan fry it, shallow fry it, and until it's kind of crispy, and then the meat will just fall off the bones, and that's really delicious, and it makes a great meal. So we'll put that on the side as well. Now with the fillet right here, we have these pectorals on the front, so I like to cut that off as well. So we simply go behind it a little bit and just go like that. Now this, what I like to do with this, again, we'll salt it, and we'll season with salt and pepper, and sprinkle a little oil on that, and just chuck this into the oven. And I like to broil this at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, and this is actually probably one of my favorite pieces to eat, and also this belly strip right here, because the amount of fat content is the highest in this part. So I'm gonna cut this belly strip as well. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the fattest part of the fish, and a lot of people use this for bait, which I think is really a waste, but I really like that. So I'm just put that on the side. And so now for coho salmon, there are many different recipes you can use. You can pan fry your fish, you can grill it, you can barbecue it, you can steam it. What we like to do for coho salmon is gravlax. It's one of our favorite dishes is to, so you cure this with salt, brown sugar, and dill, and we do have a recipe on our channel for that. But before doing that, this fillet is gonna go in, it's gonna be vacuum packed, and it's gonna stay in the freezer for up to 10 days to kill off all the bacteria, to kill off all the parasitic worms, before we can do the curing, go through the curing process. So we're gonna put this to the side, and this will be used for our gravlax. Now for this fillet right here, I'm gonna do it differently. So I'm gonna cut this into sections, and so we're gonna use this for probably chuck this in the oven, bake it with mayonnaise and salt and brown sugar, and that also tastes pretty good too. So we'll just cut into smaller pieces like that. So it's 5 sections, and this will make a great meal for up to 5 or 6 people. Now finally, back to the head. What I like to do is I like to split the set into 2 through the middle. This head, as disgusting as it sounds, we use this to make fish broth, for our miso soup recipe, for our fish curry, or again, I personally like to salt this and just put a bit of oil on top, and it goes into the oven. It broils at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes and until it's really crispy. And there's a fair amount of meat on that which you can chew on as well. And the skin on the head is actually a lot thicker than the rest of the body, and it is in fact quite delicious. I think you guys should try it out and let me know what you think about it. This is what we do with our coho salmon. I like to hear what you do with your coho salmon once you bring it home as well. So be sure to leave a comment on the bottom and let me know. We've been seeing quite a few chum salmon surface in front of us. It's a mixture of really old fish and some really bright looking fish as well. I had one earlier on that was super chrome. Thought it was a coho, but it's actually a really silver milled chum salmon, which is pretty typical for this time of year.
We start seeing them in late October, early November. Still hoping to get a coho salmon, that's why I'm using a spoon. This is not your typical way of catching a chum salmon, but we are getting them. But I think what I'm going to do is come back here with some jigs and float fish for these chums, which is a lot more effective than using a spoon. Okay, we're running out of time, gotta go pick up kids. Kind of disappointing, we saw quite a few fish, caught a few chum, lost one silver chum. So I'm actually gonna go home and we're gonna do a couple things and come back again tonight with some jigs and see what happens. After picking up the kids at the daycare and school, I'm back here at the river by myself. This time more prepared because we knew earlier today there were lots of chums rolling around, so I came back with a few jigs that I'm tying under the float. I hope these fish are still here and they're still biting. Let's give it a go. Brandon and his dad are with me right now, so we're gonna see. Should be a good evening. Because we were getting the fish right here. Yeah. But I think there's chums holding all the way down. Yep. Yeah, just how to use a jig. Come back with a jig. Okay, it's a good thing I came back with the jig and showing up, we're getting chum now. This one is not silver like the first one I lost, but it's still pretty nice, but we're gonna let her go anyways. Beautiful fish. Yeah. Ooh. Good start of eating. Thanks.
Oh man, this one is a good one. A young chum. I think coho make people think fishing the Vedder is really hard, but chum,
Yeah.
you know, they give you that opportunity to see the floats go down and actually catch something.
Oh yeah. Beauty fish, Brandon.
Yeah.
Go in, let it go. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, mama's down. Dad, get that. You know what? Set the hook. Real. Oh man, Dad, keep the tension on. She's right. Yeah. It's fun, huh?
Is that the first chum?
Yeah, his first
yeah.
chum. Or was it coho? Yeah. No, that's a chum.
That's a chum for sure.
Jump for sure. Yeah, along with yeah. Put your hand up higher. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, awesome. Good job. I can't believe she gave you so much time to set the hook. The float was down for so long. I had to work so hard for that one. See, I think we were getting bites, so.
Okay, so after catching quite a few chums yesterday, I decided to take a break this morning and not coming out the first light. But these guys, they've been out here since first in the morning, but they weren't biting early in the morning. The bite actually came on around 10 o'clock, and you know, I was getting phone calls saying, hey, come on down. So here I am. Yeah, these fish possibly have moved on, but we don't know. It might be another wave of coho salmon moving through. That's a great thing about fishing this time of year. The water's colder, the river's higher, so the fish are constantly on the move. You don't necessarily need to be here at first light, and they can bite throughout the day, so you have many chances. Yeah, follow right in, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna pull it in tower or?
I don't know. Mine isn't net, this one.
I'll net
It's
it.
not when you hook it that close in,
I know.
it's
they go
never that
really
well
hard
hooked,
to-
right?
But as long as he's pulling steady like this, then you have
Yeah.
a chance.
But if in a minute it's gonna do something.
I know. Just not crazy. Just go
Yeah.
easy on him. Yeah.
And hopefully you can scoop it up right before he starts doing that.
I know.
So
Well, I scooped two of his when they were flipping around.
yeah.
One got tangled,
Yeah.
tied.
Oh yeah. Right?
So dark, you can't see.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, another one.
At least you hooked on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's alright.
That's crazy when they start spinning.
Because
like that.
when you hooked them that close,
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't that well hooked, right? That was absolutely terrible. Not only did I lose a fish, it started raining heavily now. Just my luck. We're gonna get Jenna her first coho salmon today. Oh, yeah. So how many times have you tried this season? Like 6, 7 times now, at least.
Thanks, Rod.
No, but that's always yeah. I mean that's how, you know what, like I get messages from people saying they've been trying this for years and they don't get any fish. You know, it's not easy. It really is not. It's a pretty challenging process, but it makes it worth it.
Today is going to be a
Hopefully,
great day.
yeah. I always say today's the day. So yeah, you always improve a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, missed one. Missed one. Oh, bits. Yeah. Looks like a bite. Oh, was that a fish or a bottom?
Maybe it's a log.
Oh, fish. Yes. Fish.
I thought that was a little.
Fish. Good. Yeah, cold. Yeah. Three in a row. Now, so those are fish. You're awesome, Jen. Take it easy. Okay, stop. Oh no! Oh no! Lost it! No. Get in there. 3 in a row. Okay, so they're here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. One more bait. So we got a school of coho coming in, and Jenna just had 3 bites in a row. Okay, Almost there. First coho, almost there. Almost there, right? Yeah. So we've been trying since it's about what 9:30 now, and finally we got a school fish going by. Been nothing for about 2 hours. Yeah, that was like 3 bites in a row. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they weren't snags. Okay, back at it. Oh, hey, oh no, that was a nice one too. Finally a big smile. So after a couple of weeks of not getting any fish, I finally got that skunk streak off my back. Beautiful bright silver coho salmon. Second one today. The first one was a wild, so I let it go. This one is roughly around 6 or 7 pounds. Beautiful fish on the Gibbs croc spoon. Woo! So it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. We've been out all day this morning. Had a few chances, and Jenna actually lost one earlier. So then I had to go around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I got a phone call, and she caught her first hatchery coho salmon. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
A frantic phone call.
That's right. Yeah, those 2 phone calls actually. I missed the first one. Yeah. And yeah, so persistence actually paid off, and after many days of trying, now you're finally getting it, right? Just took a while.
8 days.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Awesome fish.
That concludes our 2020 Vedder River Coho Salmon fishing season. Thank you for following along. Hopefully this video has been very enjoyable. As you can see, this fishery is very productive, very fantastic. It's suitable not just for experienced anglers, but also for novice, kids, families. Anyone can come out and enjoy this fishery with a rod and reel. And thank you for the support once again. And if you have any other questions regarding coho salmon fishing or just fishing information in the Fraser Valley, please leave a comment on the bottom. I'm always happy to answer your questions. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos to come. And until next time, good luck fishing.